Hey guys, how you doing? It's another episode of Blerd Talk, and we are here today to talk about another beautiful day of anime. Today we are sponsored by Foot Locker. In other words, we don't know where our Foot Locker is at. So, not the actual Foot Locker. We're talking about like one of those Foot Lockers you get to put shit in. Not Foot Locker itself. We too poor for that. We too broke to be sponsored by Don't But today's conversation is going to be animes you loved and hate due to the visuals that they showed. It doesn't have to be anime. It can be cartoons, movie. What did you love about a movie or anime or anything based off the visuals, and what did you hate about it? Let's go. We're going to start with BB. BB, tell us something.
Come back to me. I'm in the middle of a quest. I'm in the middle of beating the boss. I'm a little distracted. Sorry.
All right. Brandon, what about you? What was something you loved or hate based off the visuals?
Let me see. I love. It's gonna be weird. I love Yu Yu Hakusho anime style and the way they do fights and how everything was so crisp. Like for an anime, I can still go back and watch it and still be entertained by the crispness.
I feel that way about like a lot of old school animes. Not just Yu Yu Hakusho, Swasha, Cowboy Bebop. Like just a lot of them.
Yeah, they were just so done. They stand up every time. I think that's a testament to it.
Look around for something we can use.
I hear you. That is actually a testament to it. Now that you mention that. All right. So you like Yu Yu Hakusho because of the fight scenes, but what about other animes that you didn't like the visuals of? Like, was there anything particularly about Yu Yu Hakusho you didn't like?
No.
Damn.
Let's see. Animes that I didn't like for the visuals. Bobo.
Oh God, that's actually one of the ones I just like the most. I just like that.
The thing is, I wanted to like it.
It was one of those animes that's just weird.
Yeah, I like weird animes, and I wanted to get into it. But it's the way it looked that just, I couldn't do it.
I mean, like, to be fair, almost anybody I know in my circle really didn't like Bobo. Like, I tried to give it a chance, but
I like Bobo.
the dude's nose hair was it. Dude with people's asses with nose hair was pretty much just it for me.
It wasn't even that. That got me into it.
What? You just saw a man whip out his nose hair. You was like, you know what? That shit lit.
Yep. That's exactly how it happened.
So you just didn't like the visuals, huh?
Yeah, which is weird because I love like Zatch. Well, Zatch Bell had like bad anime,
I did not know that.
but I didn't hate it. Because the story,
Okay, I hear you.
the story still pulled me in. But Bobo is no.
Okay, I hear you. Okay. I would say that contribute to this conversation, and I know Jay probably gonna be like not surprised when I say this. The Fate series, bro. I love everything about the Fate series for like their visuals. When it comes to fight scenes and just pure beautiful animation, the Fate series got that shit like A+. No competition. And I would even say the only thing that can compete with them is the Monogatari series, like Baka Monogatari and Nisa Monogataris. And that's because I think they're mostly from the same company, which is Ufotable. But like, Fate series has like some of the most beautiful, and I mean beautiful, beautiful fucking scenery. The only thing about a lot of the Fate series is like you have to be patient with the story because the story itself can be kind of like drawn out, and it can get boring, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss some key parts. But like the Fate series has like the fight scenes, the storyline, everything about that whole animation is beautiful to me.
I could have sworn. I thought you were gonna say Demon Slayer.
I mean, Demon Slayer I do like, but like that. The only thing I liked about Demon Slayer when I would say visual is that one episode where he was fighting the spider demon of the 12, or one of the 12 moon spider demons, and that was a good episode. The visuals in that was extremely beautiful, and it was passionate, but there was just that one episode. If you get what I'm saying. I like Demon Slayer for overall the storytelling. I like Demon Slayer for overall the storytelling and all that. But like the visuals, if I was to hold the Demon Slayer to a candle with the Fate series, it couldn't compete to me. The visuals for the Fate series, it's honestly so much better. And I mean, like, you could disagree or agree. That's how I feel about it. Like, it's honestly a lot better than a lot of other anime.
Don't forget about the signal flares.
I agree.
Now,
Especially the second one.
Like I said, yeah. Now, for one anime, I actually would say like visuals really disappointed me in sometimes. I would honestly go off the limb and say sometimes Naruto.
I can see that.
Naruto got lazy. It's between Naruto's and Bleach, but Naruto got lazy at times. Like, if it wasn't the main story, if it wasn't like the main fight or anything to do with Naruto himself or Sasuke himself, no, that animation was ass. They put like no energy towards it. This nigga was doing a jump and looked like they skipped like 4 frames. He would start on one tree and disappear on the next tree, and it's like, yo. I'm serious, man. You can find like, go back and watch like the anime, and then go back and like watch the fillers, and you can see like a lackluster of movement. You can almost see like they're missing frames from the animation. Like, the movement is not as smooth, not as quick. It doesn't like snap. It looks boring. Even the fights was boring.
No, probably because it was just, I mean, if it was filler, I can kind of understand that, but I mean, that's not. Because I've seen a lot of anime with like good filler that were like animated really well. Bleach.
Well, that's what I Bleach, yeah, Bleach has really good animated fillers, and I will give the same thing to One Piece. When I said last time, I said One Piece is not anything; it's consistent. You can't really tell what's a filler or what's not a filler unless you actually read the manga, because they're consistent with their animation. And One Piece is so damn silly; it's hard to tell what's a fucking filler.
Thanks. Yeah.
You don't even know, bro. It was this one episode. I swear to God, was the filler. I forget what the name of the dude was. It was the dude that was fighting. It was the dude that was. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think BB turned. Okay. It was the dude that was fighting. It was the dude that was fighting Luffy. I forget what he was. He had like a cannonball power or some shit, and they was fighting in some kind of carnival, and the shit was just so silly. I swear to God, it was a filler. And I pick up a manga one day, and they was like, "Nah, man, that's canon." I was like, "Stop." I was like, "Yo, that whole shit canon? Are you for real?" So I'll give One Piece that. One Piece is at least consistent. But I love Naruto, man. Naruto is one of my favorite animes, and it has to me some of my favorite fight scenes. Don't get me wrong, but there are times when you can just see the lackluster laziness of the shit, and it kind of turns me off. Like what you said about like Yu Yu Hakusho or Trigun or Cowboy Bebop. Like an anime. If an anime or a movie is rewatchable, if you can go back and rewatch it, it speaks volumes about it. But there's a lot of animes, man. Naruto is kind of one of them. Like, I will go back and watch certain fight scenes, but I would never go back and watch that whole anime again.
I get that.
And that's just like, I've rewatched Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Avatar. I've rewatched a bunch of animes in my playlist 100 times over. But I definitely not go back and watch Naruto again. I'm sorry. All right. So Jay, your turn, man. What you got?
I don't even know what the question is.
He said, I got lost in the sauce. All right, the question is animes that you like, you love and hate based off of visuals.
Hawthorne scouts tracked a group
Tower
of
of
fallen
God.
to a hydroelectric plant nearby. A plant that
Say
was
what?
already infested
Tower
with
of
Titan.
God.
These taken a
You
surprisingly
like Tower
Oh,
God?
that's a good one.
Forget the fallen. The taken
I
may
love
have a
that.
young leader.
Because like
They've learned defensive
the
tactics
webtoon
and
for it
terrain
when they first started,
almost overnight.
it's completely trash, bro. Like it's completely trash. Like I couldn't even continue.
One of my team
But then,
taken energy infected
before I
with
even watched the
Our
anime,
purification
I didn't even
tech
like
can only do
the
so much.
animation
The
style.
contaminations, people will die.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, well, the thing about it though is like the webtoon. I kind of read it a bit to keep up with the story, but you could definitely tell like the artist was growing as he was drawing. Like
Oh nah,
his
you
skills
see
got
it.
better.
Like the latest, from the beginning to the latest. But nah, nothing.
I mean, to be fair, Tilde Kubo was kind of the same way. His first, if you look at Ichigo, the first manga of Ichigo, and then the last manga Ichigo looked like he had a whole glow up.
Yeah, it was almost like his lineage blew him up.
That was true.
The trifecta.
Another anime that was good with visuals. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Are you good? I think that was Jay. That was it for you, Jay. That's all. Power of God. All right, what you were saying, Brandon? Another anime with good visuals?
This area is no longer infected.
What's it called? Hellsing Ultimate.
There's bound to be more.
Oh, yes. Hellsing Ultimate, just not for the visuals, but the story as well.
Like that was, yeah.
I like Hellsing Ultimate. All right. So we're gonna. Jay, where are you? I'm trying to find you. I think you left me.
Wait, I got one. I don't know if y'all seen it or not.
Well, yeah, we're supposed to come back to you. I forgot about you.
I think so. I'm not mad. Psychopaths.
Yes, you are. Give it. Okay, I like Psychopaths. Psychopaths was it. Damn it, where the fuck are you guys? So what did you like about Psychopaths?
I like the anime. I like the plot. I like the whole thing. I like the visuals. I just like everything, especially the gory parts. It could have went a little bit darker, but
Every taken
I'm
energy
not
source on
mad
the
at it.
surface is dead. Plenty more underneath us, though.
What do you mean it could have been a bit darker? It was pretty dark. The second one was especially dark.
It
Second
was
one made
dark,
you question
but it could have went darker. It could have went a lot.
like what?
darker.
Like what? I'm curious. Like what's darker by your standards? Which kind of scares me to be asking this question.
Probably can't say it on the show.
I don't want to
You know,
say it
we
on
are-
the show. Cause Serbia. Okay, have you ever seen? Okay, Brandon, Serbian. I'm just gonna say it like
A
that.
Serbian film? You trying to go to the
Yeah.
Serbian film direction?
Yeah.
Y'all evil.
Yeah.
We're good.
Y'all
Yeah, it
evil.
could have went a lot darker. Especially with the whole guy who like to go around and rape
fine.
people and stuff. It could have went a lot darker. I mean, it was good. It was good, but it had the potential to go a lot darker.
Okay, all right. Well, I can agree to that one. You're not gonna lie. We could have went to a Serbian film direction, which would have been
No, we couldn't. We
extremely
wouldn't have to
scary.
do that.
Shit. Apparently, that's what BB wants. She wants.
No, I just
she
think
wants
it had
people
the
to.
potential. It was going in that direction. That would have been super dope.
God damn it.
Because it would have elaborated how you could go from, I forgot the titles, but how you can go from being a director to being a hound just as quickly. I mean, they elaborated on it, especially with the guy with the glasses. but I haven't seen that in a long time. But it could have.
You're right, because in
more
part two,
depth.
because in part two, he definitely was a hound.
Yeah, right. Because they elaborated.
Part two.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you did.
I was gonna say part two was a bit more. Part two was a bit more darker though. Part two, they touched on. I mean, what I liked about Psychopaths was Psychopaths touched on the very psychology of what it means to be mentally stable.
Right.
And like it showed a flaw in the system that was supposed to be perfect, because that whole psychology could change. And oh my God, not again! No, I got blown off. Oh fuck! That whole psychology can change. That whole psychology can change in like a mere second. Like, especially if you look at the episode that what happened to the detective girl inside the bank. She was a director,
Yeah.
and they thought by the time that dude finished fucking with her, they thought she was one of the fucking criminals, based off that reading, and it's stuff like that that makes you second guess like the entirety of like how this whole story is told.
And then it makes you question like what actually is considered a sane person, especially when you go to the girl who would I think it was the art institution, who would go around and kidnap other girls, kill them, and then paint their bodies. In her mind, she just wanted to create the perfect art. So she was sane in how she could never figure out how to create the perfect living art piece. And she just wanted to be like her father. So she was never accepted by her father at the same time. So her sanity might not have been our sanity. But to her, we're the ones that's not sane enough.
Or Mikasha, I'm saying his name right. Mikasha was the worst one because he couldn't even be judged by the system.
Right.
And he couldn't even be judged by the system. And that was like the most insane part of the story was like this dude was literally like so broken they couldn't judge him. But like that was the cold part of the story was not only that, the other dude in the second series who was like a mixture of like different minds and different bodies. So it was hard to judge him because he was not one mental state. He was like 27. Y'all just left me. So I mean, I can see you on that one. I can see you on that one. That one, Psychopaths not only had pretty good visuals, but the storyline was definitely like in depth. But to kind of go back on like what we talked about in our last conversation, Psychopaths is definitely up there with one of the animes I would definitely not recommend people to watch due to that fact. Like due to the fact the way it is, I would definitely not recommend that as like an anime for first timers because the very honestly and truly the very psychosis of the anime itself is just difficult to understand if you can't wrap your mind around it. Oh, Big Daddy. All right. So, get into this conversation. I think we all got enough off our plates or what we felt on this conversation. So I got a question to ask you. So a few episodes ago, probably in one of our early episodes, we talked about useless characters inside like an anime and whatnot. And so I'm going to talk about one of the most famous useless characters. Everyone knows Sakura is considered one of the most famous of useless characters. The question is, really, honestly and truly, why? Why is Sakura considered useless?
Sakura is considered that, and they're always in comparison. Like, of course Sakura is useless when you compare her to Naruto and Sasuke. That's like saying Krillin is useless when you compare him to Goku and Vegeta.
Okay,
you wouldn't fuck with him by yourself.
Okay, so I can agree. I can agree to that. But like there are people, and I've seen this argument, who would put Hinata above Sakura, and there's people who honestly like are upset about that. Because like I mean like real change. Like when I was talking to one dude on there, and you look at Sakura's stats, like her stats aren't nothing to slouch at. She ain't weak by no means. But like, what are the defining meanings that make her like useless as a character? Why does everybody call her useless? And like you said, compared to Naruto and Sasuke, she is. But like, when people call her useless, I think they call her useless like out of the entire anime. Like, what would make you think someone calls Sakura useless? I call her useless for the fact that she's just indecisive, and a lot of her indecisions lead to worse shit. Like, that's why I call her useless.
Honestly, the only thing I've ever seen Sakura do is beat one of the Akatsuki, Sasori.
I mean, she beat one of the Akatsuki's.
With the help of an old lady.
Okay, this is.
That's a powerful old lady, man.
To be fair, I think the old lady did most of the work, really, because she just attached strings to her body. It was like, work. I'm going to move you around.
Like,
yo,
I mean,
they couldn't even get Sakura the W or that one. You gotta admit, that's kind of cold. They was like, yeah, nah, we can't.
You have to admit
this alone.
If the old lady wasn't there, would Sakura have won that fight?
Nah, Sakura would have been dead long. Sakura wouldn't have even got to the final. Like, Sasori was like fucking Freezer of that episode. That man had so many forms.
Yeah.
Sakura would have even got to close to the final form of that motherfucker. Like, I can see you in that one. Like me, I say what solidified her uselessness was when all she had to do was take out Obito's eye so that Madara wouldn't get that second Rinnegan. That's all she had to do. If she just did that, it would have been over. Naruto would have ended right there. That's all she had to do, was just take out his eye. And she couldn't even did that. He's sitting there begging her. He's like, just kill me. Just stab me in the eye. She's like, no, I can't do it. Like, bitch, just stab him in the fucking eye.
Yeah, that's it. Like, ain't actually do too much. Just
stab the man in his fucking eye. That's all you have to do. He is not asking for much. Just stab him in his eye. But nah, I hear you. All right, so. All right. With that being said, we'll continue the question. What the hell? All right, so we'll continue the question on with that. All right, guys, so that has been another episode of Blerd Talk. It was a short one, but we're trying to do it more, keeping it short for you guys in the future instead of going all the way around and all out and doing these long, drawn-out episodes. So, before we turn it off, do anybody else got anything else to add? Nope.
Pokemon is basically Dragon Ball Z now.
You mean Digimon?
God damn it.
I know what I said.
How was it Dragon Ball Z?
Animation wise, the fights are more like sporadic.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Me, 40-year-old Ash in Hawaii.
Yep.
You mean
That's
the
exactly
child born of bestiality?
Yeah, that nigga.
He said, yeah, that nigga. You know, they should just might as well just come out with that episode. One day he could be like, Mom, who's my dad? And Mr. Mime just comes out and be like, Mr. Mime.
I heard that there is a special coming out where they show him as an adult with kids, and they showed a picture.
Stop. You're lying.
I am not even lying. I'm not even lying. He marries the chick with the brown hair. I don't know her name, but yeah.
He marries a chick with the brown hair and not Misty?
Not Misty, no.
He
You missed that.
Misty?
Oof.
May. I think her name is May.
Oh. Maybe.
Wait, so he actually grows up.
Gets in them guts. Got 2 kids. Apparently he was never the very best. I guess he gave up.
Maybe he was the very best. He got some guts for it.
Or, probably felt sorry for Who knew?
I hate you. I hate
Man, we
you.
can't. We don't know. We don't know.
And what if we do know? All right, we're not gonna focus on this one now. All right, guys, this has been an episode of Blerd Talk. We have talked about some visuals that we liked about anime. We liked and visuals we hated. If you guys have any suggestions you'd like to add, just leave a comment below. Let us know how you feel about it. This is Wolverine, Jay, BB, and Brandon signing off.
There must
Toodles.
be a source. The Cabal.